If I could just add one comment to what Dr. Kaplan just noted. There's actually another level, been so focused on what we've been talking about specifically this project. I'm sure you're familiar with this. But DEP has passed regulations now that require observation of the installation of these facilities by the designer, by a licensed designer, whether it be the design firm that did the work or a third party, to avoid the exact scenario that you noted, where an excavation is done, water is found, and it's just installed, you know, regardless. DEP now requires licensed professional and the permittee to sign off that the facilities were installed per the plan. So there's actually
per plan or
per the approved design
and common sense, like that they did.
Correct. Oh, absolutely.
There was testing done.
Right, and we talked about the extensive testing that was done here and the infiltration rates being so good. But if something were to be encountered, then yeah, absolutely. Whether it be rock, whether it be groundwater, you know, the adjustments that have to be made in design. So, and that's a regulation that's already in place at the beginning of the year by DEP. So,
Do you pick that engineering firm, or is it going to be?
it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be the design firm that did the actual work. So, actually, I'm working on another project that I believe the township engineer, through efficiency, because they're already on site, will be doing those inspections as part of their inspections, because it's just more cost effective, because they're already on site for the township. So,
Is there any other questions or comments from residents or audience? Any other questions?
Still looking for the extended 4-year
Motion. You got any questions? Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the waiver, the understanding that the warranty for the infiltration facilities continues 4 years from the completion of the project, meaning last home built.
Okay. Do I have a second? Do I have any comments or questions?
One, since we're on video, I'll go along with it. Just as long as you know that when I do find out the situation, when you guys be able to answer the question for the people, I appreciate that.
He stays up until 11, so that would be fine.
I don't know if I can
keep.
I don't know about you, but I know I can catch in.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, we have no other comments. All those in favor?
Aye.
Got a 4-0.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That took a lot longer than. I know it's a place, I still have concerns. We've got a resident who wants us to plow a private road. This is for the two folks in the back. You know, when we're talking about educating the new residents, we actually have a resident who wants their private road plowed by the township. Now, they moved into a subdivision that they knew that the road is private, and that means that they have to take care of it. So I'm always reluctant on how,
No, I worry about
now,
them.
you too, on how educated we can get our new residents. And again, I'm always, and this one, I think, is somebody who actually moved into it who was brand new. I'm always concerned about the 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th person coming down the road.
That's it. I've been here, the reason is, I know I'm the average guy, I've been here 15 years, and months will go by before I put salt in my well. I'll just forget. I grew up in Delaware County, turned water on, that's how it works. So,
Okay, Innistrone Phase 4, did you say we are not going to look at this?
Correct, that's scratched. Just so you know, there may be a blanket easement in the situation, so there may not need, we may not need a easement specific for this location.
Okay.
We're working on it.
Okay. Rose Hollow SFPM Resolution 534?
Sewage Facilities Planning Module.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to hit the highlights on this?
And Steve, I don't know if you know, here, I'm Sue Ahern with Evansville Environmental. We're the ones who prepared the sewage facility planning module, so if you have any questions.
Oh, is that for this one?
Correct.
I'll introduce it and then let Sue kind of answer your questions. As the sewage facilities planning module process is long and convoluted. It goes through a number of steps, and it like most things, doesn't get to the board really until it's ready for some action. A lot of this letter, I was just taking a quick look at it, had to do with action required by the municipal authority, which was taken. Sue, I don't know if you were there Monday evening, but as I understand it, the authority did act and approve their portion of the module, the various components. So basically, this is ready for the board to approve and send on to the DEP. One thing that Tony mentioned to me that I will mention to you is that the developer has discussed with, I don't know about with the authority, but has discussed it with URS and with myself, the ability to temporarily pump and haul the sewage from these 9 homes if needed prior to the new plant, I guess I'll call it, being constructed. And I think the board's aware of that, you may or may not be, but just so you know, sending this up, the approval of this module and sending it to DEP is not approving the pump and haul. So we can discuss that later when the subdivision plan is before you. This is, again, routine sewage module stuff.
And the municipal authority
Did
read
what-
in with this, and they're okay?
Yes.
Yes, they signed, that's all in the revised module we have delivered to the township today. Sewer authority signed off on their section GJ. And there was a delay, we were waiting for DEP to approve your re-rating for the EDUs of 210 gallons. So once that was done, then the authority signed their sections, and that's why we're in front of the board.
This is still 9 houses, right?
It's 9 houses. Just up the road from
It's
us.
right up the street.
It's just up the street on the other side.
Rick, you know the wooden house? It's behind that. You go, as soon as you go out the driveway, make a left on Road Circle going
Yeah.
up towards State,
Mm-hmm.
about halfway up, you see a wooden house, a log cabin house.
Oh, yeah.
It's behind that.
Oh,
It,
The board actually approved the planning modules, I want to say, gosh, 5 years ago. Went to DEP and the developer went under and
that's the problem.
and it
Everything's all
sat there,
back.
no action on it, so DEP returned it, so we had to go through the process again. And things changed at the township with regard to honored pile plant also, so.
That, you're getting it in a lot better time, because that's gonna be detention ponds back there, all the houses will be gone, it'll be reforested, so it'll be a lot nicer back there.
all right, do we,
It's not like that.
I guess they're looking for approval?
Yeah,
So
there is.
This can be signed off by the board?
Yeah, there is an issue related to this subdivision that I want to bring up, sort of like Tim did with the last one, and that's a matter of monies due to the township. I've notified the bank that owns this property, and I've notified their civil engineer who's doing the work that they owe us about $6,700, $3,500 of which dates back to January. And I've indicated to them that I would not transmit this to the DEP until that money was paid. So just wanted to let the board know that if you approve it, and I think we should approve it, but I'm just not going to transmit it until we get that back money due to
That's
us.
good call.
The other $3,000 is just from this past month, so I'm not gonna hold things up for that, but I am gonna hold it up for the older cash due us.